I'm going to give you a little bit of a secret. You can do things for men.
Here's yet another sequel of feminists getting owned by women. These women have not fallen for the modern-day feminism trap and are able to think for themselves and have a lot of lessons to teach feminists. Snowflake got a large serving of karma.
Put on something tight and low-cut and tell your father to f***ing stop it. Tell him it was an Obama thing and see how it goes, okay?
A few moments later.
Comedian Samantha Bee apologized today for calling Ivanka Trump a four-letter word, acknowledging she had crossed a line. Tonight, some sponsors are pulling their ads from Bee's show.
She clearly has her priorities straight.
Because if you look at women from other countries, they are actually suffering, especially those from third world countries that do not have nearly as much privilege as women in first world countries. They have to go through femicide. They have to face the ongoing issue of rape culture. There is genital mutilation, forced marriage, child brides, real problems that they have to suffer through that we never even have to think of. And that's why I reject modern feminism.
I have no words for this feminist.
It's confining because I'm attached to this knitting, so I can't sort of get off and wander around, and so it's restrictive, but no, it's not painful. I mean, people push babies out of there, so it's a pretty robust area. The piece for me is about assessing and I guess being intimate with my own body. I want to, I guess, not just...
You hear that, feminists?
He can take you shopping, take care of you, take you out, and still take you to the hospital after he done blacked your eye out. So let's focus on the more important things in a relationship to rely on and stop worrying about these minuscule things that will keep you single.
Already messing up the kid's life.
Pink. He loves pink. And like his favourite dress is the black one with pink flamingos on it.
You could be forgiven for mistaking this toddler for a little girl, but 2-year-old Max Price is actually a boy. Max's parents are raising him gender neutral.
So what?
Damn, she is good.
There is no opinion, right? Well, does that mean that a woman should get no choice on whether a man is financially responsible for his child? Right? Just being equal here. If he had no right to choose whether you have to keep the kid or not, then he should have every right to choose whether he wants to be financially responsible or not. It's not your wallet, it's theirs.
The presenters were stubborn to hear the facts.
In the variations of a market economy,
but Mark,
2%
you and
is
your
nothing
statistics,
compared to 200%.
You're narrowing it to university graduates there in order to get a statistic which is not borne out by the greater society.
Yeah, but in your statistics, they're women who are choosing to work fewer hours, Andrew. You're just playing wrong.
I don't think that's always the
Right, we need to go back over this statistical analysis again.
She clearly has her head screwed on.
And it's girls with this mindset that are the ones that are complaining that they get ghosted, they don't get a text back, they can't keep a relationship. I'm going to give you a little bit of a secret. You can do things for men without you serving them and not being independent. That's what comes with being in a relationship.
Encouraging people to be healthy is hate speech?
I'm going to consider this hate speech and take it down as an act of protest. So...
Yeah, I don't know either. Very much caught in a lie.
I started playing video games when I was like 5. Hey,
that's some bullshit.
I'm doing video games, so it's not exactly a fandom. I'm not a fan of video games. I actually had to learn a lot about video games in the process of making this. And also, video games, like, I would love to play video games, but I don't want to go around shooting people and ripping off their heads, and it's just gross, so...
What an absolute queen.
Needs strong masculine men. We have an epidemic of children being raised in fatherless homes, and 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Women are taught that they don't need men and that they're even disposable. We can't do it alone, and we shouldn't accept doing it alone. We really need to stop perpetuating this idea that we don't need.
Feminists, no one is forcing you to have kids.
Walk off and become a parent, like a sort of cultural lemming. I want to make an informed decision. The performance wouldn't be the performance if I were going to cut out my menstrual cycle.
She is so right.
I don't know why women just have to like complain all the time about men, like it's never ending. They complain if a guy just looks in the direction, like that is what a guy is supposed to do. A woman is there, men are attracted to her, and they're gonna look, like just take it as a compliment. As long as they don't do anything offensive or inappropriate, I don't understand why they just have to nag all the time. When they're old, they're gonna be missing the attention, believe me.
Oh my word, she cannot be serious.
Who gets to do whatever he wants to in this space, right? Okay. So I'm saying, no, you do not have permission to walk around videotaping women of color and acting like you can do that and the rest of us can't. Aren't you quite aware by holding that video camera on me that you are surrounded by your privilege?
She is very accurate.
Feminism very much claims to only be about women making their own choices, yet time and time again, when a woman chooses to stay home and chooses to be a mom and chooses not to get lost in like corporate wage slave culture, she's ridiculed and judged by other women. I make this point a lot on my channel, but I think especially on this video, for some reason, a lot of women are very angry at the fact that biology and feminism can't really like.
What a way to answer the question.
Do you think there's any truth to the argument that perhaps men feel sort of threatened because they no longer have that power or do you think there's any...
No, I think the average man's doing quite fine. They ignore most of the left feminist claptrap. They ignore people like Van, who are a very, very minority interest in our society. She's a self-declared anarchist, way, way on the extreme left of politics, representing perhaps 0.001% of thought in Australia. So she's safely...
See, feminists? She really gets it.
I cook dinner every single night, and I serve my man his plate first, and I serve myself. But you know what comes with that? He ends up helping me do the dishes and cleaning up. Girls in this generation that want to feel so empowered lose what it means to be a woman. And this is coming from a female firefighter in the military. I'm independent. I can change my own oil. I can change my I can do all the things by...
She denied someone else free speech to get her own message across?
All right, so now it's time to do the letters. And that's the finished product. Give the gift of no diets. There we go. Now it's stuck right. And that's it.
Whatever this performance is apparently meant to fight the patriarchy. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.